Alrighty, getting ready. Alrighty, so we're live with some more Alice. Yeah, I needed a day off because yeah, I was just not really feeling up to it. Okay. Just finish sharing it around. Oh wait, one place I forgot to put it. Hello, the two people who are here. This may be a little bit of a slightly shorter stream. Alright, so let's start. With that all being said, alright, so here we go. And for those unaware, I'm trying to gather teeth. Oh, and I have to fight these two things again. So I fully upgraded my hobby horse. Oh boy, it's the dragon puzzle that always gave me trouble.
Once more, the shadow dragon winds along the path. Follow the dragon, Alice.
Ah, I see how it goes. Makes perfect sense, really. At least now it does.
Yeah, this one's gonna be more difficult. What's more, I'm going to have to, yeah, it's definitely going to just be doing the thing here tonight. Oh, this Dutch angle, I hate this. Anything else? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm not as talkative tonight, I'm sorry. So how are my lovely viewers doing tonight? Okay, let's see what's this way. Looks like I'm definitely not going to the Queen of Hearts castle yet. Like, even if I do finish this area tonight, which I likely will. I've just eaten recently and my stomach's a little upset. And her castle is really gross. It's one of those little flies I love so much. Oh, it's like that bit in the Deluded Death. Deaths, what? Depths. Depths. I want like a high I want a high def picture of them, so I can use one as like a profile picture. Because I want it. Oh boy. Oh! That was surprisingly easy.
The gate is opened. Now it appears that I can continue my ascent to the peak.
I don't know why I had so much trouble with that the last time I played this. I guess it's mostly just because I suck at these kinds of puzzles. Like, if I can beat the other colossal ruin tonight, I will have a very hard time believing it.
Lovers often exchange a lock of hair to symbolize their vows. The human heart is opened by a vast assortment of keys.
It's not enough that they abuse and murder us. They let their spawn feed on our rotting corpses.
That's horrible. Man, my hands are sweating. I have no idea why. Oh, hello. Didn't even break his mask. Oh god, this is the part that I hate the most.
You there, come close. I can recite Red Riding Hood backward. I know my multiplication tables, 2 11s. I have intelligence.
Really? Persuade me.
To remove the obstruction, wake the frog and empty his belly.
Wake that? What about its tongue? And the prospect of warts? Ooh. Anyway, how do you know?
I imagined how it was done while I was sleeping.
rang that gong, he'll wake up.
Right. That's one way to create an exit. Final Radula room is here. It is. I think this might be the one where... Yeah, it's this one. I did it.
Excellent.
Aw, I wanted him to say perfect. Yay, more health.
Savage regard the endurance of pain. pain is the measure of worth.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. So, I bet that a lot of people in the audience probably at least in passing vaguely heard about My Immortal. But did you know there's another version of it? Because there is. Essentially, it's a Twilight version of this. It's called, and I'm not kidding at all, Forbidden Fruit. Because the author did not know how to spell forbidden. Even though this was a story they typed.
Regrettably, the creature has to die for its image to be properly captured. The subjects of art often suffer.
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Well, I mean, it might have... Even then, like, cat pictures are not that... Like, are actually kind of old. Like, they go back to the creation of photography. In which, like, a dude photographed his cat and also did captions under it.
A restless seeker on private business arrived in the misery-infested land. She, despite ignorance, uncertainty, and unhappiness in her own life, could not endure to see them suffering. She began to fight against the savage murderers, abusers, and defilers without quite knowing why or for whose sake she truly fought, or how the struggle would end.
Excellent. Oh, thank goodness. So that Twilight fanfic. Forbidden fruit. the temptation of Edward Cullen. Oh, okay. Bad time. Jumps here so hard. Because I keep getting stuck on the environment and I don't like it. I said I liked this level aesthetically. I mean it that way. Because I don't like this level on any other front. And this is the part where it starts to look like a little bit like the video game Okami. Not like my friend Okami. Yeah, I didn't continue it the other night because I was just so tired. But, yeah, this was a shorter one.
I've come all this way to find a simulacrum.
If I had the time, I'd detail how often you prefer dealing with illusions rather than the real thing. Problems you refuse to deal with don't exist. You deny reality.
That's not right. I know what's real.
No? Then you allow others to tell you what isn't real. Now, come inside.
My memories are shattered. This wicked train has ruined nearly all I can recall. And Wonderland will perish completely as I lose my mind. So much has changed. I can't help Wonderland if I can't help myself.
Much has changed, but you got it backwards. Save Wonderland and you may save yourself. The carpenter was onto something, but he was hiding from the real. Your goal is to accept it.
Where should I go then? What should I do?
The Queen must be served, Alice. The Queen, in all her guises, must always be served.
Yeah, I can't walk any faster. I couldn't walk any faster when I did that.
How can she stem this growing corruption or assist my search? What does she know that I don't?
She is someone you once knew and loved. Time changes us all.
Not all change is good.
Remember that when you find the Queen. Time changes us all.
Oi, you there. That's enough of that. Coming a regular this, Nick Alice. What's this time, Fred?
Howling outside the old lady, muttering about a murder in Threadneedle Street, cursing insects on the National Railroad. Had to bring her in, didn't I?
Shut, menace to herself. But no danger to others, surely. She don't belong in jail.
Too true, but where then does she belong?
Let's walk her out, Fred. Send her back to Dr. Bambi. He raised holy hell last time I kept her overnight.
Oh, what happened?
Same night Jack Splatter, that waste of mother's love, was nabbed for gutting that heavy outside a mermaid. Yeah, I was taking Alice down and we meet two coppers walking Jack to the cells. He's mad than the usual. I never. Wrong bloke nonsense when he sees Alice. That's the bitch what done it, he yells. She screams, you miserable cur, you leech, you maggot, living off another's labour, etc., etc. I'm admiring her line of inquiry, but suddenly she hits her head or something and faints. Couldn't send her home, could I?
And Dr. Bumby pitched a fit.
Said he'd have me jobbing me arse on a plate. Told him he could have the former. Leave the latter alone, thank you very much. Good night, Alice. You know the way out.
What, you're not even gonna walk with her? Okay. But yeah, I like that guy. He was cool. Ew. And again, it is the 1870s. But yeah, I'm walking just because, why not?
Make him off. Charges. I got
This
a
is
book.
my day off.
What's she done this time? Indecent exposure, cockfighting, abusive language. Sign out if you can.
Oh, Jesus, so bright. That'd be hurting my head too. Yeah, this is why I said I wouldn't be doing it tonight. It's just really gross. I need to get into feeling better. Or it's like not having an upset stomach. Maybe having breakfast early will do that. This is very pretty. Like the prettiest area since the Vale of Tears in the very beginning. Alright, so Unfortunately, I think that's where I'm going to be ending it for tonight. I'm very tired. Alright, so please remember, like before I go, let's have a look at the extra content real fast. Oh, this is theatricals, it's cutscenes. Drowned sailor. Poor souls are eternally conflicted. Necessity sent them to the sea. The economy depends on them, but they do not profit. Reluctant to sign on a 2-year voyage, they are shanghaied, complain about anything. They are lashed and put on short rations. They're even discouraged from learning how to swim. They trust none but themselves. Their shades do likewise. Colossal ruin, an infinitely more powerful and undeniably more disgusting manifestation of the menacing ruin. And what was formerly foul and detestable is heinous, even more monstrous here. The ruin seems relentless. It just keeps getting worse. Mock Turtle. The former master of the railroad is kind but self-absorbed, weepy and fatalistic with a melancholic disposition. He talks too much. He's not clever, but he thinks he might be. If he could just summon up the energy to try. Carpenter. This distinctive sententious master of the malaprop lacks a scintilla of skill with his eponymous trade. Wouldn't know a hammer from a handsaw. Appears to have appointed himself Lord of the Theatrical Universe. Given his subjects, I don't suspect there was much resistance. Walrus. If observation is a judge, he's not missed a meal in his life. Pigs at a trough have more dignity. A big, hungry creature with nothing on his mind except his outsized appetite and his self-proclaimed reputation as a great thespian. Fish couple. Keeping children amused is a priority of the indulgent parents the world over. Lucky children. But these two have more on their minds than the family's entertainment. They're at odds in their opinions of the carpenter, his character, his creation, and his role in protecting them from corruption. I suppose I'll have to test their credibility. Octopus. Carpenter sent me to collect a script from this Glaswegian lush. He's angry about something, but not nasty. Overfond of his own opinion, but a decent sense of play. With some outstanding physical skills, I suspect, if he's ever sober. Music fish. Divas from Covent Garden to La Scala have jitters before a performance. Expressed as vital, unsatisfiable needs, they preemptively excuse things going badly. By such, the talent tries to insulate itself from failure, which is much more often imagined than real. No excuse, however, will defect the condemnation deserved by this tone-deaf, talentless, time-serving performer. Oyster Starlet. Without a script, this perilous theatrical dance must rely on mangled cliches as a substitute for sensible speech. Actors seem to forget how to speak spontaneously in their own voices. Mayor. Oh, poor dude. Like many discredited or discarded politicians, the mayor seems sufficiently deluded that he refuses to accept rejection as a sign of rejection. I know that denial is a dangerous thing. I don't always behave as if I know. Turtle chest. I don't remember seeing this. Sometimes the treasures you seek are just out of reach, evading your grasp as if they have a mind of their own. Yeti. Despite grand and self-serving claims to being the embodiment of unrestrained brutality, mystery and fear, this poor fellow has never even rose to the level of abominable. Piranha. Like Papa's copy of Henry Bates' Amazon Adventures, where it was dog-eared when I found it, the illustrations were thrilling, a school of voracious man-eaters. Imagine. Let's have a look at Troubling Visions. These are pretty. That one's really interesting. Oh, I wish we could have seen that. Look at this. That one's gorgeous. This one, not so much. Oh, I think it's actually a map. Yeah, it is. It's a map. Ew. This one's really nice. I actually had that as a desktop background for a while. Ooh, that would have been really cool. Barrel bottom, I think. I think this might have been early art. It's really fascinating right here. And that was all of them. Alright, well. I think it's about time we exit the game. Yes. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to drink plenty of water. Wash your hands especially. Be kind to yourselves and to others. And I will see you next time. Also, don't forget to wear a face covering in public. Okay.